Welcome back to Westmoreland on the Gridiron. Very exciting part of the show. It is time to welcome our Week 5 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. He is freshman Ben Grabowski from the Penn-Trafford Warriors. What a week he had against Norwin last week. 16 carries, 205 yards, and 4 touchdowns in the Warriors' 56-28 victory over the Norwin Knights. Ben, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Ben, I have to ask you first, you put up such big numbers as a freshman. That's not easy to do against a rival in Norwin. Just how good did it feel kind of going to their place and doing not only what you did personally, but, what your team was able to accomplish offensively and really get things moving?
Yeah, I mean, it felt amazing. The line did great for me. I give all the credit to them. They opened the holes for me and just let me run. Our defense did great executing. Our offense executed, and we just played.
Tell me a little about the running game. I know Tasso Whipple has had just a tremendous season. You've had a really good season as well, but you guys are both cooking on Friday against Norwin. What was the biggest key, do you think, to the running game really doing what you did?
Yeah, I mean, in practice, our line was just doing great. We were executing in practice, and I think that week of practice really prepared us for the game and the run, and we just executed it.
I know avoiding penalties has been an issue for you guys this year. We've talked on our shows that if you kind of stay out of your own way, your offense can really start clicking. And I feel like you finally did that against Norwin. What has been the message in practice from Coach Ruane during the week about, trying to avoid these penalties, limit these penalties, and then how you were able to accomplish that against Norwin? It kind of all came together, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he harped on it all practice, and we fixed the mistakes, and then it just transferred to the game.
So you scored 4 touchdowns in the game. Can you tell us which one you like the most and kind of take us through which one that may be?
Definitely the longest one I had at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a hole I ran, and then all I could see is green, and I just kept on running, and those are the best ones. So
I was going to say, what's that adrenaline like, knowing that there's literally no one in front of you? You're just trying to, outrace the guys behind you. Do you peek a little bit, or do you just try to stay forward and look for the end zone?
I want to peek, and I know they're behind me chasing me. So I mean, it makes me run faster. So just get into the end zone.
We really haven't seen you guys put together a complete game offensively. Maybe the Woodland Hills game, obviously Tasso kind of led the way there. But not only were you guys able to establish the running game, Johnny, I thought, hit some big passes in that game against Norwin, including the one to Lisbon to kind of get things going. I mean, do you believe that was your best offensive game against Norwin? What would the coaches say during film after the game?
Yeah, I think Johnny had a tremendous game. He was a big part of our offense this week. And I mean, the passing, honestly, that's just a game day decision. If we're like in the moment kind of stuff, if we're going to pass, we're going to run. And he did awesome.
Well, we got to turn our attention to Gateway a little bit. I know it's an exciting week for you guys, even though it's just one game, but everybody gets a little more excited for Gateway, I'm sure. Certainly a big rivalry, and this is your first taste of it as a varsity player. So first of all, tell me, I'm sure you've attended past Penn-Trafford and Gateway games as a fan. What has that been like, and how excited are you to finally play in this game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the week we're all focused on it, and we're ready for the game as a fan. And I love to watch those rivalry games. And I mean, as a player, just getting ready for it, just like any other game. But it means a lot more since it's a rival.
I mean, do you remember growing up and being able to, come as a fan to watch the PT Gateway games? I mean, even as like a younger kid, did that get you excited?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, like coming to especially the Gateway game, like I always just wished I was out there. And I'm excited for Friday because I get to be out there.
The older guys, I know the importance of the game, and again, I know it's just one game, but do the seniors kind of talk about it and just kind of maybe what to expect in a game like this?
I mean, yeah, they definitely get fired up for it. Like they're really ready for it, and they make us ready for it, and they just tell us to bring everything we got and to win the game. So,
talking to Ben Grabowski here of the Penn-Trafford Warriors. Ben, before I ask you maybe a question or two about yourself, kind of tell us about what your keys to victory would be against Gateway. What are the coaches saying? What do you guys have to do well to come out with a win on Friday night?
I mean, if we just play PT football, play physical, hard, aggressive, and just not make as many mental mistakes, I think we can go out there. It's going to be a tough game, but we can pull through.
You guys are ready for it. That's for sure. It's always an exciting game. So tell me a little about yourself. I know you're a great baseball player as well. And any guys that we get on here that are multi-sport athletes, I have to ask the question about, like, what sport do you like better? What sport do you enjoy more? Does it depend on what's in season? How would you kind of answer that?
It used to depend on what's in season, but football is definitely pulled ahead on it. And I love football. So
tell us a little bit about what you enjoy the most about playing football. Being out in the field with your teammates, your brothers. Is there something specific that you enjoy during a game, during practice, maybe pregame? Anything you can tell us there?
The physical part about football is really one of my favorites, and just the bond you can make through football are unlike any sports. Like it's a different kind of bond with your brothers, and I just love that.
Well, and you're in a unique situation because you kind of line up everywhere. I think on the roster you're listed as a running back, but obviously you take snaps in that Wildcat quarterback. You even throw the ball, a little bit. So is that challenging at all as a freshman, or is that something that you really enjoy and embrace to line up at so many different positions?
It's a little challenging, but I trust the coaches, and they're teaching me well of what to do in certain positions and stuff like that. So,
Ben, thank you so much for this interview. This was really terrific. I know that you're really excited for Friday night. What's the biggest thing you're excited for on Friday? Do you have any pregame rituals that you go through before a game?
just like going around the locker room, telling all my brothers that I love them and ready to go play, and then walking out with the band and the crowd. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's always special that entrance, I feel like, at Penn-Trafford with the band and leading you guys out. That has to really get you going. Those butterflies are going, but that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it feels awesome.
Ben, again, thank you so much. This was tremendous. Congratulations on winning Player of the Week. You are the first freshman to do it in a couple of years, so that's a pretty cool accomplishment. And our man, Rush Petter, who does stats for you guys, actually sent me a message earlier today to tell me that the most rushing yards, I think, by a freshman since Matt Gavrish did it in the 90s. So that's a pretty great accomplishment. I know you're a humble kid. You're just worrying about winning on Friday, though, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Ben, again, thank you so much, man. Congratulations. Good luck on Friday.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Ben Grabowski, our Week 5 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. We'll preview Week 6 games coming up on WSN.